Join me as I dive into the question, is God about to perform a miracle in my life? Let's see if I can identify the signs. You know, I think we've all been there, stuck in a rut, feeling hopeless, wondering if there's more to life than what we're currently experiencing. And that's exactly when miracles can manifest in unexpected ways. They can be subtle, they can be grand, but one thing's for sure, they can change the course of our lives forever. We've all faced struggles that make us feel like we're at a dead end. Maybe you're dealing with a chronic illness, a toxic relationship, or a career that's just not fulfilling. Whatever it is, it can be overwhelming, making you wonder if there's a way out. You might be feeling hopeless, stuck, and unsure of what the future holds. It's like being in a dark tunnel with no light in sight. And that's exactly when we need a miracle. We need something to shift, to change, to give us hope. You might be feeling like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of negativity, and it's hard to see a way out. Maybe you've tried everything, but nothing seems to work. You're feeling drained, exhausted, and just plain stuck. It's like you're drowning in a sea of uncertainty, and you don't know how to keep your head above water. And that's exactly when we need a miracle. We need something to lift us up, to give us a glimmer of hope, to remind us that there's more to life than what we're currently experiencing. Maybe you're going through a tough breakup, struggling to make ends meet, or dealing with the loss of a loved one. Whatever your struggle is, it's real, it's painful, and it's overwhelming. And that's exactly when we need a miracle. We need something to comfort us, to guide us, to give us the strength to keep going. There are so many examples of miracles that have occurred in people's lives, stories that will inspire, uplift, and give you hope. I've heard stories of people being healed from incurable diseases, of finances being restored, of relationships being reconciled. I've seen people's lives transform before my very eyes, and it's nothing short of miraculous. There was this one story of a woman who was diagnosed with cancer, and she was given just a few months to live. But she refused to give up. She prayed, she believed, and she had faith that God would heal her. And you know what? She's still alive today, cancer-free. I've seen people's lives change when they least expected it, when they needed it most. It's like a ray of sunshine breaks through the clouds, and suddenly everything changes. There was this one guy who was struggling to find a job, and he was on the verge of giving up. But then, out of the blue, he received a call from a company offering him his dream job. It was like a miracle. He was overjoyed, and his life was forever changed. One thing I've learned is that miracles often require us to have faith, to believe that something greater is possible. When we have faith, we open ourselves up to possibilities that we never thought were possible. We start to see things from a different perspective, and suddenly, miracles become a reality. Recognizing opportunities for miracles requires us to be open to change, to be willing to let go of our doubts, our fears, and our limitations. It requires us to have hope, to believe that something greater is possible. When we have hope, we start to see the world in a different light. We start to see possibilities, opportunities, and miracles. You know, I think that's what God wants for us, to live a life of hope, of faith, and of miracles. He wants us to believe in ourselves, in each other, and in Him. He wants us to have faith that He can move mountains, that He can perform miracles, and that He can change our lives forever. So, is God about to perform a miracle in your life? I believe He is. I believe that He's working behind the scenes, preparing something amazing for you. I believe that you're on the verge of a breakthrough, on the verge of a miracle. So, hold on to hope, hold on to faith, and never give up. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've got a miracle story to share, please leave it in the comments below. And if you're looking for more content on faith and positivity, be sure to check out my other videos. See you in the next one.